Hey, what's up? I'm StefNava. You may recognize me from the SmackPack Challenge. I was in the Volume 2 challenge. I am a DJ and music producer from New York City, and I'm gonna show you what I did for the challenge and give you some tips and tricks of how I make a beat. So one of the things that I did, I knew that I had a limited time, so I already got my drums ready. I knew that I wanted to use some drums from this really cool producer named BizKel, who has also participated in a lot of the SmackPack challenges. He's one of the sound designers. For me, when I'm in a time crunch, it's easier to use drum loops and then make them work with the beat. So I picked these drums, which I really like. I actually layered some. So in the first 4 bars of the song, I have this drum break. And then in the next 4 bars, I added this drum break. And so I picked 98 BPM because I feel like it's a, I don't know, kind of in the middle area to go. So what I did, instead of getting so wrapped up in what I was gonna do, I just said, let me just get my ideas down. And that's another reason why I really, really love Ableton, because Ableton, you can toggle between arrangement view and session view. And so you can just put your ideas in the session view, which I have up here before I go to the final arrangement. And this is the arrangement view. And this is, you can see, this is actually where I recorded my beat. These are all my different parts. So what I did is that I decided to chop up the whole sample. So Diamond, the homie Diamond, came and he made this really dope sample. It had all different parts. And I decided to take the part that I liked the best, and I just got to work chopping it. I just basically chopped up the parts that sounded interesting to me. And again, we're in a time crunch, so I just tried not to take it too seriously, you know, made sure the chops were as even as possible, but not perfect. Another trick that I did to cover up, because I was in a time crunch, I didn't have time to, you know, go through the full nitty-gritty of getting the exact chop to sound perfect. So what I did was, I threw on an auto filter. I threw on a filter so that, here, let me take this filter away to show you what the chop sounds like without it. See how it's a little bit off? So I probably could have made that chop perfect, but instead, I basically just threw on a filter. You can do all sorts of things with filters. I love filters. I really do. I use the auto filter all the time. Just kind of smooths it out, you know, makes it easier to work with. So that's what I did for that. Then I was like, okay, it needs something. I got to beef it up. So I took this saxophone that he did. We were really lucky that we got the stems. We didn't just get one sample. So I took this sax and I basically... I never even used this part. This was dope. I kind of was just trying to make, you know, make it sound as good as I could. Just layering, you know? So it's really cool how creative you can get. You can just do all sorts of things with filters, effects. You know, I really love Ableton because there's just so many things you can do inside of it. You know, you can use vocoders, you can use filters, you can use, you know, echo effects, which is something I use a lot. Then I decided that I had my main parts down. I said, okay, I have 3 different parts. I have, you know, the first 4 bars, which was this part. You know. So I added the synth, and then I decided to beef it up with some bass. I took this live bass, which was also basically a stem, did the same thing, pulled it into classic mode, and I just played it out. And then it looks like I only put the bass in the first 4 bars and then the last 8. So let's see what we got here. Very simple. It's literally just a pattern. See how it fills it out? Without it, it's kind of a little dry. It doesn't sound bad, but it's just a great way to make it sound fuller, make it sound more complete. And then I just, went into the arrangement view, which is the final one. I pressed record and then I just recorded it as quickly as I could. I think when I was done, I think I had a minute left and you could see at the clip, I was just listening to the final arrangement in my headphones. But so that's pretty much what I did for the SmackPack Challenge. I would say overall, the most important things, get your drums together, get your bass lines together, or at least get the bass instruments that you're gonna use ready to go. You don't want to, the last thing you want to do is be wasting time looking for certain instruments inside your DAW. You need to just have it out there, have it ready, prepare for battle. So I hope that was helpful. For any more tips and tricks on Ableton and music production, please visit soundcollective.com.